3rd of June, another dark and dusty. What is that now?
No, it's not dark and dusty.
No. I was thinking about Billy Joe McAllister jumping off the Tallahatchie
Billy.
Bridge. It was,
that was.
Yeah. That was definitely the 3rd of June. I know
Jumped
that.
off the Tallahatchie Bridge.
Don't know why. Don't know what he did there.
either.
What was the deal? We
Maybe
never did
he was
find out.
depressed.
Somebody get
about
Bobby Gentry.
her.
Get Bobby Gentry on the phone. We want answers. How did this happen? Why? We'll never know. Anyway, sunny today, 83 for a high. Tomorrow, sunny and 85, and then sunny and 80, up to 88, maybe, huh? That's going to be a humdinger on Friday, but it is dry. It's a dry heat, and that's good news, sports fans.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to everybody who texted in to explain to Valerie that that nice young lady will not be walking away with any money because she has no legs. We get it. It was a turn of phrase, you understand. She meant rolling away. She'll be rolling away with a lot of money, yes. Yeah, it happens. Just a turn of phrase. Calm down, everybody. She wasn't trying to allude to anything or claim anything. I got in big trouble because I didn't even make a joke about Lulu Griffin. I made a joke about how expensive it is to stay at the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And people got all over me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, really? Okay. All right. Fine, be that way. I'm a bad boy.
They didn't care for it.
Well, I don't care for them. What do you think about that?
Okay.
So there. I don't care for insects either. Mr. Bugs is in my life to get rid of them, keep them away, knock them out of my house, and keep them out of my house. They lay down that nice barrier to keep the insects from finding their way in. They take care of my small rodent problem, and it is small, but they do have to take care of it for me, and I very much appreciate that. Plus termite bonding and mosquito reduction. Whew, tough to beat, man. These guys are as good as it gets when it comes to pest control. I've never had better, I can tell you that. And the price is absolutely right. Whether you have a once a month, once every other month, once every 3 months, you can count on Mr. Bugs to do the job right the first time, every time. And if they don't, they will come back and take care of it for you a second time. I have only had to do that once, and it was because of drain flies. I've been with these guys for years and years and years, and they really, really get the job done. Mr. Bugs, MRBUGGS.com. They know what bugs you. You can find them on the phone, 844-MRBUGGS. Let's do this.
And now, it's Dixon and Vining's top 3 things you need to know.
The Supreme Court has spoken and has ruled that the state of Alabama can use its 2023 congressional map for the 2026 election cycle. That is to say, the map that was drawn up that does not have a second majority-minority district. The map that the 3-judge panel said we couldn't use, but the Supreme Court said, no, go ahead. You can use that one if you want to.
Yep.
It's a map that was supposedly drawn without regard to color, except for the 7th Congressional District, which for some reason has been understood for as long as I've been in the state of Alabama that that's going to be a black congressional district.
We shouldn't be doing that. We look
yeah.
at Louisiana and how the Supreme Court ruled there, and again, all of that is, a lot of what we're doing now is based on how the Supreme Court ruled with Louisiana. Should there be a black district? That's the question.
Does anybody stop and think about how when you take all of the black voters and you shove them into one district, you dilute their voices in any and every other district? If we have 7 congresspeople and 6 of them are Republicans, white as well, and 1 of them is black, well, you only got 1 black voice in Congress, where you should really have 7. When you think about it, you should have 7 representatives speaking out for black Alabamians on a consistent basis. Instead, you pile them all into one district. It doesn't make sense.
And I would say you speak for all Alabamians.
That's what you're supposed to be doing.
Regardless of, your sex, your color, your whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way that it should be. And maybe we'll get there one day, Richard. I don't know. We'll see.
Are you talking
but
about
we just keep, again, I go back to Martin Luther King Jr. and everything that he said, and it just seems like some of this is so backwards.
It is. Into
where we should be if he were alive today, to be like, hey, what are you all doing in Alabama? This is not what I talked about in the 60s. It's quite frankly the opposite of what I said.
No, we've had some real growing pains in terms of race relations, and it's been very sad to watch because I really felt like we were on the right track up until about 2008.
Oh, and I wonder who that had to do with.
Suddenly things took a hard
things
turn.
did, and the thought was this will help to improve relations even more.
Wouldn't you
we'll
think
we'll be better.
that
We'll
having an African American president would have made things a little more harmonious? Somehow, the exact opposite took place. I'll tell you one thing. I got tired of being told during those 8 years that the only reason I didn't like Obama's policies is because he was black. I was like,
that's the farthest thing from the truth.
his color has nothing to do. His policies are terrible. I hate his policies because his policies are bad. No,
I mean, there's been
racist.
plenty of Democratic presidents that are white, and you're like, I don't care for any of his policies.
Well,
it would be the same thing you would say about Obama.
In that case, I hate their policies because they're white, though. To be honest, just to be fair.
Oh, fun times.
Donald Trump's late night endorsements in 6 states worked sometimes and not so much in others. In other words, he had a policy where he had an endorsement of Spencer Pratt. He said, "You know what? I like this kid. I think he's going places. L.A. mayor's race should do something there. Steve Hilton, a governor's race." But he had an endorsement for the governor's race in Iowa that did not pan out.
Yeah.
So that's one of the few, by the way. Somebody tallied it all up, and when it came to even state House and state Senate races where Trump insinuated himself, until last night, his record
was almost 100%.
101
right?
and nothing.
That's unbelievable.
101 backers that when he endorsed them, they won, and 0 that did not work out for him.
Yeah.
That is up until last night.
Well, and
Things
Spencer
obviously
Pratt,
changed.
I mean, this was a tough one for him to be able to, take over Karen Bass. But you would think because of the poor jobs she has done there, and you can just name there's 2 things, 2 big ones, glaring, homelessness and the problem that they have there and just allowing everybody to set up shop on every street corner. And then the way she handled the fire situation, it's just like those 2 things, you know what, get her out of there. Give somebody like Spencer Pratt an opportunity. But, we'll see. She's, they're in the runoff. Spencer Pratt will probably be in a runoff with her.
Oh, yeah. Let's hope
see.
that's the case.
Yeah.
It is my understanding that she has got the backing of 2 very large government unions. One is the teachers' union, because she basically kowtows to them and gives them anything they want. Yeah. And the other is a government workers' union. And she's responsible for making sure that they get big paychecks. So they're going to show up and vote for her no matter what. Whereas Spencer Pratt actually has to go out and find real live voters on the streets who are interested in the issues and concerned about the homeless thing that you talked about, concerned about the fact that there have been exactly 2 building permits that have been filed now to rebuild in the Palisades. I mean, California is it's the headquarters of slow walking stuff like this.
Absolutely. A lot of those people that own those houses, they were like, I'm out of California. I'll just sell the lot. Mm-hmm. That's all that's really left.
And they take a little payout from their insurance.
Yeah, and I'm out.
Done with it. It's very sad. Nick Saban is going to headline the U.S. Senate hearing on the Cruz Cantwell College sports reform bill. This has to do with protecting college sports, supporting student athletes, restoring fair competition, and saving the games fans love. That is the title of the hearing. It is a very long-winded title, but it covers pretty much everything. Some of the stuff that they're trying to change, as you might already have figured, the NIL situation where
that's big.
Guys are just being thrown huge amounts of money at some of these players, and the transfer portal where you're able to go from school to school, where I'm at the University of Arkansas. I'm a Razorback. I'm doing great. I'm loving life. Things are great. Alabama comes along and goes, hey, we got more money for you. Boom, gone. And if you fix the transfer portal so you can't do that, then suddenly you're getting back a little closer to what college football was supposed to be.
Yeah, he pretty much what Saban is saying, look, we don't need this to turn into what it already is, mini NFL or NBA. That's part of the big part. And the other thing is, too, he understands that you're able to mold and get people moving in the right direction. You got to provide them that education. And with the way that it's set up now, these guys that are playing football, they don't give a rip about the education.
No.
They're there for the money.
Yep.
So we're no longer, it's not about what the university can provide you as far as an education, because one day the sport will be gone.
Yeah.
In your 30s or 40s, there comes a point where you can't play anymore. You've got to have some type of backup to that, and that would be your education.
Something happened a few weeks ago that I thought, oh my gosh, I never thought about that. And I thought this is a harbinger of things to come. I bet Steve knows the details. I, of course, just know the glossy overall. There was a standout player, California team, USC maybe, don't recall. Um, gets drafted into the NFL, goes pretty high, like third round. He's at camp for 2 weeks. I don't want to do this anymore. Leaves, done with the NFL.
Yeah.
You know why? He made so damn much money in
In the
college at the
yeah.
NIL
See?
that he's like, if I just invest this wisely, I don't feel like working this hard. I don't want to be in the NFL. I don't want to have to put this effort in.
You don't need to. He doesn't need to.
No, because he's got the.
If he invests his money wisely and is smart with it, he's set for the rest of his life.
Feathered his nest while he was in college. Now, a part of me says, good for him. Great job making sure that you got that money, held on to that money, and made good choices with that money. Bad for the sport, because you're going to have more and more people do that, and you're going to go like, well, where are all the great running backs? Oh, they're on the beach somewhere with the millions they got in NIL.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of wanted to see some good running backs. I guess we're pretty much the NFL is going to look like the UFL before long.
And again, this was when we all started talking about how this was going to change. I was like, they better get some reins on some of this stuff, or it's going to get out of control. And I think that's the whole purpose of Nick Saban being in D.C. today in front of this panel, is to try to say, look, this thing got way out in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
We got to rein it in somehow so that college, especially football, college football is what we are used to and love. Not this, hey, it's the, we're in the middle of a season and some coach leaves, or at the end of the season that player's been there and now he's going into the portal, and how can you really put a team together year in and year out when that's consistently going on? I would think it'd be very difficult.
You cannot, and that is part of the problem.
The other problem now is we got the SEC and the Big Ten who have filed a letter
Right.
that they've submitted to Congress that says, yeah, we're kind of in opposition to this.
Yeah.
Well, you're in opposition to the imperfect, and I get it. It is an imperfect bill, but let's start somewhere, shall we?
Yeah, don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. That is something that Congress does a lot. But also, Big Ten and SEC are rumored to be splitting off, getting out of the NCAA and forming their own little club.
Well,
Yeah.
there are problems with that, too.
Of course there are.
You
Of course there are.
I mean, you form your own little club, depending on exactly how you set it up. You may actually end up having to pay more then than you will be now.
You may indeed. 718, Dixon Inviting, Talk 99.5, Work Trucks Downtown, 2324 3rd Avenue South. When you need a top-quality pre-owned truck, you need look no further than Work Trucks with an X, LLC.com, WorkTrucksLLC.com. Go there, take a look at the over 100 vehicles they have on the lot at any given time. When you show up at 2324 3rd Avenue South, it is a sea of white trucks and all different shapes and sizes and kinds and makes and models. You're going to find the one that's perfectly suited for your business, and you're going to get a great deal on it because somebody has already done the legwork for you. Then they'll outfit it however you like. You want a ladder rack, you want a toolbox, you want whatever you need. They'll make sure it gets on there. And off you go to live your life and drive your work truck. When it has that little yellow oval on the back, Work Trucks, you know that you've got a quality product underneath you. Work Trucks with an XLLC.com, downtown at 2324 3rd Avenue South, where they are all about trucks. No, you're fully crazy. That's Greg Allman, 723, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Download our app. Carry us with you everywhere you go. I assume you carry your phone with you everywhere you go. Most people do. And then you can listen to us on demand, however you like. It's going to be great.
Kind of sweet, huh?
And check out our podcast,
Everything in one place.
Let's find that offensive thing that Valerie said this morning about the woman with no legs. Let's go find that. Listen to that again, shall we?
Or catch Lulu when your comments about her.
Sure.
You can
Why
always
not?
go back to that.
Let's do that.
Let's not.
723.
All right. We are kind of done with the rain, and I know everybody's very excited about that, at least for the next, I don't know, 3.5, maybe 4 days. It's an excellent time to seal up the areas of your home that, man, you had to deal with water in it through all of the weeks that we had of all the rain. So here's a good time to call B-Dry. David Fevitt and the guys at B-Dry are going to take good care of you. I personally know David. I know his work ethic. I know about his company. You should see some of the work that they have done. It's pretty incredible, folks. When you talk about encapsulating maybe a basement or a crawl space, take advantage of it right now, because for a limited time, only 25% off. That's what you're going to get, 25% off encapsulation. But it is for a limited time only. So definitely take advantage of that. You can call them today to ask them about that 25% off, 205-942-1976. But they're all about foundation and waterproofing. When it comes to foundation, if you see some cracking, not a problem. They can come in and take a look at what's going on there and resolve the problem for you. Because I know when you see that, you're like, what is going on with my house? Why do I have this crack around the brick? It could be just that there's been a little bit of shifting because water is getting in places that it should not be. So trust B-Dry, in business over 6 decades. They've got the strongest lifetime warranty in the business, and they're going to take good care of you. They're going to lock out that moisture. They're going to dry it out, and they're going to make sure you don't have to deal with these water issues ever again, as long as you're in that house. 205-942-1976 will get you that free quote. It's very simple. You just call them up and say, look, I need you to come out. Take a look at what's going on. Give me the free quote. Once they do that, then you set up a time for them to resolve the issue for you. 12 months interest-free as well. No payments for 12 months. Ask them about that. And you're dealing with somebody that's locally owned and operated. So David Fevitt and the guys at B-Dry, get in touch with them today, 942-1976, or go to bdryalabama.com.
It is 726 with Dixon and Vining, and I always find it interesting when Democrats turn on themselves. First off, because they tend to be very, very collective. Republicans are notorious for forming a circular firing squad, right? We will torpedo our own legislation with great regularity, or torpedo our own people without thinking about it. You remember the George, what's his name, the dude who, he was such a scumbag. I mean, he was from New York. He apparently had taken money for, to save a dog's life and then just kept it for himself and didn't use it on the dog. And he was just a weasel of the nth degree. And both Republicans and Democrats alike were like, we got to get this guy out of Congress. He doesn't belong here. And they finally did, in fact, drum him out. Democrats don't do that. Democrats don't go like, yeah, this guy's terrible. He's awful. I mean, they will rally around their candidate or their player for as long as humanly possible until they finally don't have a leg to stand on any longer, and then they have to, let it go.
Or that it's so bad and so flagrant.
Right.
It's like, oh, my gosh.
So the fact that we're starting to see some people turn on Graham Plantner is interesting to me. Graham is a candidate from Maine. He wants to unseat Susan Collins, wants to be, we got to get rid of that one Republican that's in the Northeast Corridor. There's one elected Republican up there. We have to get rid of her. She's not a very good Republican, to be fair, but, she does have an R by her name. And Graham Plantner is the guy who's running against her. You might remember him as the guy who has the Nazi tattoo on his chest and had it there for better than 18 years, claimed he didn't know it was a Nazi tattoo.
Which is, you can't believe any of that. Come on.
Yeah, in all this time that he's had, he never once knew that was a Nazi tattoo. But that is the tip of the iceberg, so to speak.
Yeah, more and more is coming out about this guy.
He also went on social media, trashed a famous Purple Heart veteran, downplayed sexual assault. He riffed about hookers. He defended soldiers urinating on dead Taliban fighters. He called war the most enjoyable experience, declared that white citizens of Maine in rural Maine are stupid and racist. I'm just like,
This guy's
wow.
crazy. There's a little bit of craziness here with this guy.
And we found out that he was sexting with as many as 6 women.
I heard 12.
Well, that's what's interesting.
Now we're
is
going
that-
to 12.
Yeah, right. It starts off as many as 6, which automatically go, so you mean 6 then?
Yeah.
You know, no, it was more than 6, 12. Whatever.
And this is
yeah.
what we know. This is, again,
Yeah.
is this the tip of the iceberg? Is there a lot more that's coming with this guy?
Here's the thing. It turns out that the platform he was using to text these women is one that is favored by youngsters. It's used quite a bit by kids. And now there are some rumblings of,
Were there
wait a minute,
children involved?
were all the girls that he was sexting 18 and over or not? And if the answer is no,
that'll be about it. You can put a lid on that one.
you got an Anthony Weiner situation
Oh,
here,
no.
and it's over for him if there's anyone on that list. But, we'll see. He's managed to kind of weasel his way out of all of this thus far.
He's one to watch. This is
Yeah.
this is interesting to watch how Democrats are going to handle this.
Well, the fact that the liberal, what did Rush Limbaugh used to call them, the lapdog media, the liberal lapdog media, the fact that they are actually printing these stories is kind of like, whoa, normally they would be like, bury that. We're not talking about that. No, this is in the New York Times, a story about the sexting 6 women. New York Times. If they printed that story, it might already be over for him. We'll see. There's probably more skeletons in that closet. 7:30 Dixon Divining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. How about some Molly Ringwald's tickets? We'll do it next. 7:36. Make it 7:37. Dixon and Vining just posted that on my Facebook page, as I do every year, without fail. You got to put "Ode to Billy Joe" up because of the date. The version that I put was, I believe, she performed it live on the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour.
Oh, my goodness.
And,
You're going way back.
Yep. Yeah.
Way back.
An attractive young lass, Bobby Gentry, back in the day. I have no idea what she looks like now.
Oh, let's pull up a picture, shall we?
Go for it. Why don't you? Speaking of expertise, the guys at Aqua Systems are experts in water. They know what's going on with the water in the Birmingham metro area. Different parts in different areas of the Birmingham metro area. I know that sounds weird, but different people have different water. I, for instance, was asking about the micro plastics filter, and they said, "Where do you live?" And I told them, I said, "Yeah, that's not a part of town you have to worry about." Okay. There are other parts where they say, yeah, you get the forever chemicals, you get the microplastics, you're going to want that filter as well. A whole home system is the kind of thing that changes your life in little ways that tend to add up. Like, you feel cleaner. You use less cleaning products. Shaving cream. A can of shaving cream lasts me like a year now. It's crazy because I use so little because it suds up so much thanks to the Aqua Systems water. I don't remember the last time I bought dishwashing detergent. I mean, I keep using it, but I only have to fill halfway up, and the dishes are fantastically clean and sparkly and wonderful. And the same is true with laundry detergent. The same is true with pretty much any cleaning product that you're going to use. No water spots on the truck when I wash it. It's lovely. This is what they do at Aqua Systems, and they can do it for you for as little as $0 down, $60 a month. You can get 10% off your installation right now, up to $250 in honor of the 250th birthday of the United States of America. That's right, 250th birthday, $250. That's not too shabby off your installation. And I love these guys. You'll love these guys. Everything that they use is made in the USA. Call and find out about this with no obligation demonstration. You call them at 383-3999. You find them online at iwantgreatwater.com. You know, no commission salespeople means there's no pressure, and you save money. 383-3999, iwantgreatwater.com. All right, you got a picture of Bobby Gentry today? Have
Yeah.
Let's
I believe she's 83 years old now.
83.
83.
Holy cow.
Uh-huh.
Wonder if she's still performing.
That's a very good question.
I couldn't see anything that said that she
So
was.
here's a picture of her at 76.
Uh-huh. Oh, my. Okay.
So tack on another 7 years.
I don't want to.
I mean, you're, at 83 years old.
You could show it to the people on YouTube if we were on YouTube. But
Yeah.
Steve hasn't pushed the
that's
button
it.
yet. So there it is.
Kind of
We're there now.
flip it around.
All right, so here she is.
19.
Bobby Gentry at 77, you said?
76.
76.
76.
Trombone.
Aging pretty gracefully.
Parade. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Could be worse. Could be raining.
Richard.
How about
Could
this?
be Jane Fonda.
How about a pair of tickets to see the Molly Ringwalds this Saturday night at Iron City?
Let's do it.
Yeah, man. The Molly Ringwalds, great group. They dress up in 80s garb. They play great 80s music. Every one of them is a super talented musician. Fun, funny, fun to watch. You're going to dance your butt off. It's such a great group, and if I were not otherwise engaged, I would be there as well. So here is an 80s music trivia question. You're going to call with the answer to this, okay? An 80s music trivia question, and that question is this. What is Prince's full name? Prince's full name. 545-9950. First person to call in and have Prince's full name. That is free on Saturday night to go see the Molly Ringwalds. We'd love to hear from you. In the meantime, I happen to have here something that Valerie knows an awful lot about because she's a mom with a son who just recently got out of the house. But before that, I bet he enjoyed a little bit of Hamburger Helper.
A lot of Hamburger Helper. Lacrosse nights, leftovers. Yeah.
I don't know why they call
Hamburger
this
Helper is
Hamburger Helper Clark.
be
It
your
does
best
just
friend.
fine by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's a pound of hamburger, right? And you mix in the stuff in this box, and what is there? Some water involved, some milk,
Yeah,
or
sometimes water, milk.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
A little packet of cheese.
little cheese? Does it come with cheese?
The noodles.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to add all that in.
Oh, okay. All right.
Stir.
Okay.
There's a little stirring involved,
Of course.
Richard.
Yeah, I bet they're stirring. I kind of figured
Stir,
that.
a little boiling.
Does it sound like
Bring
I've,
it down.
I've never made hamburger helper in my life?
Sounds like you haven't.
I never have.
It's very simple. If you've
Okay.
made mac and cheese, you're doing hamburger helper.
Now, I ate some as a kid. My mom would occasionally break out the old helping hand, and it was a big night at the Dixon household when Mom.
Sure.
I mean, it was like, whoa, hamburger helper. What's the occasion? You know, loved it. I loved the
It's
stuff.
one of those things that, okay, it's not the greatest for you, whatever. Yes, it's easy to make. But, man, it's delicious. You're like, I'll take another bowl of that, please.
It's full of all the things that are bad for you that are delicious.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right, let's go to the phones and see if we have a correct answer here before we move on. Robert is in Gardendale. What do you do up there in Gardendale, Robert?
I work in a physical therapy office.
A physical
As a,
therapy?
Yeah.
I'm not a therapist myself.
I see.
I work the desk.
You're the clerk. Gotcha.
Yes.
You're the person who says, I see your insurance has run out. You're cured. Congratulations.
Now walk out the door.
All righty. Speaking from personal experience. What is Prince's full name, Robert?
I believe it is Prince Rogers Nelson.
That is correct. Yes, sir. 100%. You even got the S on the Rogers, which a lot of people fail to say. Congratulations. You've just won yourself a pair of tickets to see the Moldy Ringwalds this Saturday night at Iron City. Rock and roll to fabulous 80s groove. And these tickets are yours from Iron City, from Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, and from Spiegel, Chicago, Illinois, 60609.
Nice job, Robert.
Hold on if you would, please, Robert.
Woo! Have
We'll
fun.
get some information from you,
Yeah.
and you can go see
You'll
the
have
show.
fun. You'll have a blast
We'll
at this.
throw another pair at
event.
you later. Absolutely. All right, so coming in at number 9, let's talk about who is ranking these things. It's Chowhound.
Chowhound,
But
okay.
still
Do we
a
have a
female.
name?
Audrey Farnsworth.
Audrey.
Audrey
you don't hear about a lot of Audreys.
Don't run across a lot of Audreys.
No.
She's probably 77. Cheesy Ranch Burger comes in at number 9. I don't think I want Cheesy Ranch Burger.
No, you don't care for that?
I don't know. I the cheese sounds good, but cheese and ranch mixed together it might be a little cloying.
The kids like that.
Okay, I bet they do. Tomato basil penne coming in at number 8.
You're a little too fancy here, Hamburger.
Too
Helper.
you're
The
putting on
basil,
airs.
Penne and basil. No. These are kids.
I love it. She says there was something
This is
about the
too-
tomato basil penne that intrigued me.
Uh-huh.
It seemed fancier for some reason. Perhaps this is because it's the option that looks most like a typical pasta dish. Maybe it's as simple as the inclusion of the words penne or basil. Regardless, I was comically wrong because the flavor of Hamburger Helper is extremely upsetting. To its credit, it's edible, unlike
Edible.
the Cheesy
Oh,
Ranch
that's
Burger.
nice.
So it's got that going for it. But the disappointment is heavy with this one. I love it. How about cheesy Italian shells at number 7?
I haven't had that one. I'll tell you when you get to the one up ahead, it's probably number 1.
It might be. Cheesy Italian shells Hamburger Helper's version of a classic home-style Italian entree consisting of shell pasta, cheese sauce, and Italian seasoning. Already it seems like this option is having an identity crisis because this combination of ingredients isn't necessarily what I would call home-style Italian.
Wow.
Oh, well, all right, you're getting picky now.
Audrey's very, golly, hard to please her.
La-dee freaking da. Number 6, 4-cheese lasagna.
That's pretty good. I have had that.
I believe I've had that as well.
That's just like extra cheese, extra gooiness over everything.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Not too shabby. But they only ranked it at number 6.
No,
Audrey.
that's a shame. Audrey maybe doesn't know what she's doing.
Number 5 is deluxe beef stroganoff. No.
I like
What makes it
stroganoff, but
deluxe?
I don't think I want Hamburger Helper's beef stroganoff.
My ex used to make beef stroganoff all the time from scratch, and it was actually pretty edible.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know about the Hamburger Heaven version, Hamburger Helper version.
Helper.
Hamburger Helper.
Could be
Hamburger Heaven.
heavenly if
I
you
don't
like
think
it.
Hamburger Heaven makes beef stroganoff. I could be wrong.
Not that I know of.
Potatoes stroganoff.
Nope, haven't
What?
had that.
Mm,
I don't know what that is.
Step aside pasta. Potatoes are taking center stage in this stroganoff, and boy, do they ever. Hamburger Helper's potato stroganoff is the oops all potatoes option of the brand in the best possible way. Basically the same thing as its beef counterpart, but more enjoyable. The potatoes seem to complement the sauce and beef better than the pasta, if you say so. Number 3 is cheeseburger macaroni.
Isn't that what
Nothing wrong
Hamburger
with that.
Helper is? It's hamburger
It's basically
cheese,
hamburger
it's macaroni.
in
Yeah, it's kind of what you're just you're repackaging Hamburger Helper.
Yeah, why not just make Kraft macaroni and cheese and cook up some hamburger and,
And
throw it in
there.
There you
That's
go.
what
Done
this
that too.
is.
Ta-da! Cheesy enchilada.
No,
At
haven't
number
had this
2.
one.
They're getting fancy.
Yeah, they must. What
decided
does Audrey say
Little
about
trip
it?
south of the border. Forget about pasta. This hamburger helper option is all about the rice.
Oh,
Cheesy enchiladas, a welcome addition to the lineup, and it proves that some of the brand's best options aren't necessarily pasta-based. I'm going to be very honest with you right now. This dish is legitimately good. It also doesn't even really taste like hamburger helper. In a blind taste test, I would have guessed that it was anyway, and my dad agrees, by the way.
Nice.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
have guessed that it
I
was.
think Robert, our winner for the tickets there just a moment ago, agrees with that because he wanted me to tell you he would prefer rice-a-roni over hamburger helper.
All righty.
I love rice-a-roni.
Well, it is the San Francisco treat.
After
Just
all.
watch the sodium content in that. It's high.
Yeah, because
No
hamburger
kidding.
helper's so low.
Oh,
Number
I think
one,
it's probably. I think rice-a-roni is probably higher than hamburger. I don't know. We'll have to look at that.
I picked up a box of hamburger helper at the store. I don't know. I lost my mind, apparently. I thought this might be good. And I looked on
Easy.
the back of it. I looked at the nutrition label, which I do far too often. And I
found
talked
there was
myself
none
out of
at
it.
all?
I talked myself out of it instantly. I was like, how many calories?
Oh.
And how much fat? And how much? Oh, my God. I was just like, oh, back on the shelf you go.
Right. Once again, it's
So
for
much
it's
sodium.
perfect for the kids.
Exactly, where none of that stuff matters. Beef pasta is number 1.
Ah,
Number 1 flavor of hamburger helper. The title goes by none other than beef pasta.
yeah. It's
The
pretty
most
good.
generically named meal ever
But
is
truth in
hands down the
advertising.
best flavor. I didn't expect this. I generally laughed upon reading the name beef pasta, but hey, when it comes to hamburger helper, perhaps the simpler the dish is, the better it will be. I think out of all of these, the only ones I've ever had are the cheeseburger macaroni and the lasagna, the 4-cheese lasagna. I think those are the only 2 I've ever actually consumed in my life, and I think those are the 2 my mom got.
God always got. Mhm.
She also used to make something from scratch that was called Many Point Mulligan. Many Point Scout Camp is where my brother and I both attended Scout Camp during our formative years while we were in the Boy Scouts. It's basically where you went to get molested as a child.
Oh, good
And,
heavens, Richard! What?
Well, I mean, not everyone. Scoutmaster didn't touch me. I mean, what's wrong with me? Anyway, they served this stuff called Many Point Mulligan up there, and my brother came back raving about it and explained to my mother what it was, and she figured out how to make it, and she would make it like once a month. It was
What is it?
ground beef,
Uh-huh.
noodles, large macaroni noodles.
Mhm.
There were some onions in there and a basic tomato sauce, and that was it. That was the whole thing. It was like a casserole, and it was awful.
It was awful.
It was awful.
But you all liked it.
It was basically hamburger helper is what
Yeah.
it was.
Well,
It was
his
hamburger
brother
helper
liked
made
it.
from scratch. Yeah. Well, you know why she did it? There were 6 people in the family. She was trying to serve 6 people a good meal for cheap.
Yeah.
And I don't blame my mother for that. I blame her for being a terrible cook, but I don't blame her for some of the choices that she made when it came to feeding us. My God. 7:50 Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5, talk995.com. Another pair of Molly Ringwald's tickets headed out the door before the end of today's show. The Greg Kihn Band. Made a name for himself by having cutesy little titles for his albums, like Kinspiracy, Next of Kin,
Rock and roll.
Rock, Kin, Roll. Yeah.
See what you did there.
7:54 with Dixon inviting eTech Communications, eTech.cc, 2 to 200 phones for your company, voice over internet protocol. All of the features you want, like, for instance, you might want a virtual assistant or maybe call forwarding, even to your cell phone. All of that is possible. Find out more at eTech.cc. These are, they play with the big boys. I know literally 100 people who use these guys, 100 people who use these guys, and every one of them is thrilled to death. eTech Communications, eTech.cc. Lily texts in, says, I think Billy Joe jumped off the bridge because he was gay, right? What?
Huh?
What?
That's news.
Might be reading a little too much into the song.
Or was she talking about the movie, the TV movie with Robbie Benson back in the day? Remember that? No, of course
Vaguely.
not. Okay, yeah.
Sorta.
KC says, Richard, just keep on with the little jokes. That sounds like a threat. Keep on with your little jokes, mister. Like, what? Hold on. Oh, you think you're funny. Thomas says, rumor has it that Billy Joe was last seen walking toward the bridge in the company of Hillary Clinton. Okay, that would explain it. What did Billy Joe know, and when did he know it? A lot of people answering the trivia question through text. That's not what we wanted, but thank you for playing. I appreciate you.
Come again another day.
Yeah, here we go. BA says, remember the Ode to Billy Joe movie? Robbie Benson.
There it is.
Okay. There you go. Jeff says, I showed my neighbor, this is the Jeff joke of the day.
Joke.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
I showed my neighbor my tool shed, pointed to my ladder. I said, that's my step ladder. I never knew my real ladder. Wow. Low bar.
I needed to give him something.
Low bar.
He turned around
Again,
and looked
not
at
his
Steve
best.
like, really? And he's
Not his
like,
best.
I had to give him something.
Trying to encourage him. You're on the right track. Get better.
Are you telling me that
It's not his worst. Not his worst.
Encouragement. Jeff, that's where you're at. You're at the point where Steve is just giving you
You're getting pity rim shots. Aim higher. I love Stroganoff, says Dean in Pelham. I don't want to hear about your personal life. Prince's full name, the artist formerly known as Prince, formerly known as the artist known as a symbol, currently known as Prince, now known as the artist formerly known as Prince again as Worm Dirt. Oh,
Yes.
Sean.
Oh,
Whoa.
that really took a turn there at the end.
So wrong.
Sean A. Be sure you say that. Remember, he was the one that didn't want to be confused with the other Sean.
That's right. Two
So
Seans.
we call him Sean A.
Mm-hmm.
Sean A. Sean A. Sean A. Sean A.
And Dan feels the need to text in, Epstein didn't kill himself. Well, thank God you're up with the latest news there, Dan.
What?
I love the fact that you're
Yeah.
right on top of every
What the
major
heck?
story.
Where did that come from?
I have no idea. I love this. The White House Correspondents Association dinner has been rescheduled for next month. You know, Donald Trump said we can't let these wackos change our lives.
Ruin good things.
Yeah, I mean, we can't let them take charge. We can't let them reschedule our lives and make things a mess. So July 24th. Let's. Can we do it in a safer place? Can we do it in a bank vault? Is that a
That would
place
be
for
good.
like something like that?
Yeah, that would be very nice.
I
A
obviously,
hotel is not the place to have it.
that was a
so,
bad hotel to hold it
yeah,
in. That's
really
for sure.
bad.
But I'm hoping that at some point, once they get this ballroom done, we'll obviously be in a lot safer environment. But every time something like this happens, you learn a little something, right?
Yeah.
And when I say you, I mean, supposedly the Secret Service learns a little something. And they go, okay, now we know that we have to block off this and we have to have, no access over here. And boy, that video of them just kind of all standing around, leaning on stuff, I got real uncomfortable with that. The more I saw that video of the guy running through,
Yeah.
and they're all, before you see that, they're all just kind of slumped over, leaning on something.
Two of them
looking
are
off
working
into-
on the,
Yeah.
the metal detector.
Yeah.
You're like, we're a little late for this, aren't we? Shouldn't we check that out 2 days ago?
This thing should have been set up already. And
They got
ready
it
to go.
disassembled on the floor, and I'm like, what is going on?
When do you put your Christmas tree up? That's what I want to know.
Maybe we take everybody to Camp David.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be a good idea.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Real secure. Let's go to Camp David.
We'll do
That'd
it
be lovely.
do it on Air Force One.
Uh-huh.
That would be fun while they're flying. Anyway, hopefully they've learned a thing or two about how to hold this thing in a hotel or in an area that is like that. And
Go to Fort Knox.
with any luck, well, sure. I mean, now that the gold isn't there anymore,
Right,
there's
it's not
plenty of room
there.
for this.
Come on in, everybody.
I have no idea where that gold is, but it's not
got
there
extra
anymore.
This
room
is where
to
we used to
dance.
keep it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think William Devane sold it, didn't he? I think
he?
that's what, yeah.
William
Kept
did?
popping up on TV and trying to sell me this stuff. I assume that's where it came from. I have no idea. Anyway, the reason I actually want to watch the White House Correspondents Association dinner, and I haven't watched it in many years. Obviously, Trump hasn't had one in many years, but I didn't watch it the whole time Biden was on. I want to watch it because Trump is hilarious. I want to watch it just for him. I love the way he works a room. I love the way he gets the digs in. I'm sure he's got some writers.
Oh, he's so ready.
But I
Yeah.
also guarantee he writes his own stuff that he's like, my jokes are better than yours. They're much funnier. They're like, you don't know these people. I know these people. You got to believe me. I know these people. 8 o'clock, Dixon and Vining, Talk 99.5 Talk.